The Last Passenger Part 1. It was exactly 12:16 a.m. when Ethan Carter accepted the final ride of the night. Heavy rain covered the empty mountain highway, while thick white fog slowly swallowed every tree and every road sign. He had been driving for almost 10 hours and all he wanted was to go home. His phone battery showed only 12%. The fuel gauge was almost empty. Just as he reached an old crossroads, his rideshare app made a loud notification sound. New ride request pickup location. Black Pine Cemetery, fare $300. Ethan stared at the screen for several seconds. Nobody requested rides from a cemetery after midnight. Something felt wrong. He almost pressed decline. Then he looked at the payment again, $300 for one ride. He sighed and accepted. The GPS immediately changed direction, leading him away from the highway, toward a narrow road surrounded by tall black pine trees. The deeper he drove, the colder the air became. His headlights barely reached a few feet ahead because the fog was becoming thicker every minute. After nearly 20 minutes, he finally saw an old rusted cemetery gate standing beside the road. The place looked abandoned. Broken gravestones leaned in different directions, dead leaves covered the ground. Not a single light could be seen anywhere. The GPS calmly announced, "You have arrived." Ethan looked around. Nobody. He checked his phone. Passenger waiting. He stepped out of the car and called out, "Hello, is anyone here?" Only the sound of the wind answered him, then 3 slow knocks echoed from behind him. Tap, tap, tap. His entire body froze. He slowly turned around. Standing beside the rear passenger door was a young woman wearing a long black coat. Her wet black hair covered half of her pale face. She smiled gently. "Are you Ethan?" He nodded without speaking. She quietly opened the back door and sat inside. The moment she entered the car, the temperature dropped so low that Ethan could suddenly see his own breath. He turned on the heater. Nothing happened. The dashboard lights flickered. The radio turned on by itself, filling the car with loud static. He quickly switched it off. Trying to hide his fear, he smiled through the mirror. "Where are you going?" The woman answered with a calm voice. "Take me home." Before Ethan could ask another question, the GPS automatically updated destination, Ravenhill Road. Estimated arrival, 34 minutes. He started driving for several minutes, nobody spoke. The only sounds were the rain hitting the windshield and the old engine struggling through the mountains. After a while, Ethan looked into the rearview mirror. The back seat was empty. He instantly looked behind him. The woman was still sitting there. He looked back into the mirror. Empty again. His hands tightened around the steering wheel. Maybe he was just tired. Maybe his eyes were playing tricks. A few minutes later, the radio suddenly switched on again. This time, a deep whisper came through the speakers. "Don't look back." Ethan immediately switched it off. The woman softly laughed. It was a quiet laugh, almost like someone trying not to wake another person. Ethan pretended not to notice. The road continued climbing higher into the mountains. Suddenly, he noticed something strange. The GPS still showed 34 minutes remaining. He had already been driving for more than 15 minutes. The number never changed. 34 minutes, he drove farther. Still 34 minutes. Every road sign pointed toward Ravenhill. No matter which turn he took, every road somehow returned to the same lonely highway. The rain became even heavier. Lightning flashed across the dark sky. For just 1 second, Ethan saw dozens of shadowy figures standing among the trees watching the car pass. When the darkness returned, they were gone. The woman quietly whispered, "They always watch new drivers?" Ethan slowly turned toward the mirror. "What did you say?" She smiled without blinking. "Nothing."